Now, before we start to make up a pattern, we want to check out our sounds first. So, a lot of sounds here. I like that one right there. Okay, so we've got some sounds, and I want to get ready to start recording sounds. Now, normally, I'll just start recording. But first, I want to talk to you about how this sequencer section works. Now, for example, here we know we can hit this. It plays a sound, right? If I hit that speaker, nothing plays now. If I tap any one of these sound names in the sound slot, they do not play back. Hit the speaker again, and now they'll play back. The little speaker controls the output audio when I hear it. If I want to audition, hear what the sound sounds like, right? But if I go back here, I hit a pad, the pads still work. Remember that. Good. Now next, you can see here, we are now in the sequencer mode section right here, right? This section here will look like the piano keys are right there. This is like I'm playing a piano. See the piano parts there? So that means one sound is spread across an entire keyboard range from a low note to a higher note. And so they sound one semitone up or one semitone down from the main key, which is right here, where it's natural. It's actually, that's the part where it's sampled at. So it's sampled at that one key. And that's the natural sound of that sample. Anywhere up or down, it pitches it up or down, right? And below here, we see the sample. And this is that one sample, the kick drum. And this is how it looks in the zone over the keyboards. But to see it alone, I can see it as, go to edit here, this is the sample right there. That one sound is the sample. And this is all part of the same window, which is my sequencer window. Now here's we see the sample that belongs to this kick drum. You can see it right here. I can play it here, of course. Pretty deep kick drum, right? Pretty deep. You'll also notice here the piano is still lit. So the piano section for the piano mode is still lit there. If I go here to the sequencer on top, it's off. But I can also have this sampler on. You'll see these two lit also at the same time. So be aware of that. I'll click on there. These don't see the sampler anymore. Now, here we see our sequencer section. And right here, next to this speaker, we have this icon which represents the pads. And now we can see the pads. Now, if you have a Maschine Mach 2, you'll be able to change the color of the pads pretty easily. And we're going to go right back here. We'll select the sound, and we'll right-click here. And we go to color. So we can change the color of any pad we'd like to, see? So let's say, for example, I wanted this pad number 3 to be purple. I go to purple. Now, as you can see here, that's purple. Now, currently, I'm using a Maschine Mach 1. Now, the Mach 1 was the first one that came out prior to the Mach 2. But you can see the colors in the software, which makes it cool too as well. This way you'll know what you're hitting and say, okay, I want to have my snare drums one color, my hi-hats a different color, and that way you can tell without thinking about, well, is it pad number 4, 5, or the pad 6? You don't know. And this makes it much, much easier. So I'll go back to the pads again here. And now I've got my sounds, right? I love my sounds. I'm going to hit them here. Well, that one's got some reverb to it, right? So we'll go back here. You'll notice here, for this one sound, I have sound selected here in control. And in my control section, I'll scroll up. We've got this beat delay. So this one sound has a plate reverb, a saturator, an EQ, and a beat delay for an effect processor. And you can hear that in the sound. Another sound right there, a little grump. Here, a kick drum, a vocal, a break vocal, another vocal. I got some weird sounds here. That's a pretty big, nice, called a warrior drum there. A triangle, a closed hi-hat, a nice solid kick drum. Here's one sort of like a light short snare, and of course a bigger snare. And then a snare with a reverb. Now, what I want to do next is I'm going to go here to this pad, and I want to show you about choke and link. Right. So I can link sounds. For example, I got this sound here. I'm going to link it with that sound. They can sound together. I like that. It makes it a little more punchier and a little more sharper with the other sound. So I've got this sound, which is pad number 1. And now I've got pad number 15. So obviously you can see when I select that pad icon and I get these pads right here in a sequence of view, as I hit them, it triggers the sounds as well. So here, I got this one here. That's my master. So I'll say that's my master sound, right? So I'm going to go here. I want to link it. So I'm going here as a link, none, and master. So I'll go ahead and make this my master. I want to make this one here my slave. That's a slave for the master. Next, I want to put them in the same group. So here I go to none, and you see if I can make them 1. That's one. I go to here, I make this one. And now, they're playing together. But I wanted that sound, right? So we go right to here. I can switch them up. I can go right back here, make this master, make this none, go to here to 14, make 14 link group 1, and make that the slave. So you can see here we can have up to 8 different link groups.